Back when I was younger, I used to spend my time playing video games every single day. It was a fundamental need for me. I actually wanted to go pro in this game called Valorant because I was kind of decent at it. I was the highest rank at the time and I wanted to achieve more than just being a casual player. And then 2 years ago in 2022, I started watching self-improvement, self-development creators. And that's when I started to slowly resonate with their message. They shit on the idea of video games and how it's not good for self-improvement. But then my limiting beliefs didn't believe that. I didn't wanted to accept that because Valorant was the vehicle at that time to make me famous or rich, because if I went pro and then if I was a Twitch streamer, there could possibly be a route for me to take to become like financially free or to have status. I also knew that building muscle is fundamental for self-improvement, self-development, and I've tried for months while still being a Valorant addict. I still continue to play Valorant for like 5 hours, 6, 7 hours a day while still trying to gain muscle at the same time. Do you think I made much progress? If you're a skinny guy and you're tired of being weak and skinny, I will personally help you to achieve your dream aesthetic body. Click the link in the description right now. I understand how it feels to be weak and to feel like low status, low testosterone around people in general, especially when they're bigger than you. And that's why I made the transition myself to become bigger and to become aesthetic. And bro, it's a night and day difference. The confidence that I feel, like the respect that I get from other men, and the mindset shift to become not as weak, it's a night and day difference. So click the link in the description, it'll change your life. So what is actually the reason that might keep you skinny for the rest of your life? Well, do we have parents or people that we know in general that said they wanted to get fit for like the past 6 years, but then they didn't make any progress at all? Why is that? Because you can only make progress if you actually dedicate a lot of your time and effort to accelerating or to start. You know how hard is it to actually start something new like an online business or trying to become more social, getting out of your comfort zone, as compared to you doing something that you already have experience in, like video games for example. There's a lot of friction for you to start something new because it's very new and you don't really have the resources to actually start. And it takes up a lot more time and effort to like learn about the new item, learn about the new things, the knowledge, the foundations and everything. But the thing is, once you've accelerated and started and you've made some progress inside the new field that you wanted to get into, it's actually very easy to maintain it after that. Like notice, like for me, when I started playing video games, it was actually quite hard for me to like get the fundamentals right and the technique of stuff, and I was a nerd at that time, you know. So after a while, it just got easier. Okay, so this is how the game works already. I know how the game works. So I just had to just continue practicing, and then that's when I'll improve. But at the start, it was like a new thing. I didn't know what to do. Same for bodybuilding. I didn't know anything at the start. I didn't know how to go to the gym. I didn't know what exercise to do. I didn't know how to actually feel the mind-muscle connection. All of these things, it's normal to feel like that. So if you're doing something bad and you know objectively that it's bad, like video games, porn, junk food, social media, drugs, then the unsexy answer is that you have to cut it out, because if you try to keep it while trying to accelerate and start that online business or the fitness journey that you want to go on, it's very, very hard. And you know how hard is it. But when you have that bandwidth, you free up the bandwidth to actually start and accelerate something, that's when you actually see progress in it, because all of your mental bandwidth is all into making progress in that one area. So it's actually very hard to not make progress. And the thing is, some people are more advanced and they don't really do the bad habits anymore. This is including good habits as well. So if for me right now, I was doing Muay Thai for 1 year and a half and I love fighting. It was a passion, a desire of mine to actually get into the ring before I started training. And once I've got my first fight, my desire for it kind of died down. And to be honest, I don't really enjoy the training structure of it. I just like sparring and actually hitting the bag. So for me, I made a decision whether I actually wanted to continue Muay Thai for the rest of my life. And when I asked myself that, I was like, no, because I might get brain damage and the consequences of you doing it long term wasn't good for me. So I decided, okay, I'm going to quit right now. But it wasn't an easy decision. I had to really think about it because I still enjoyed fighting. I still enjoy getting inside the ring. I have 4 fights now, not a lot, and I just decided to stop training completely. And then now I want to start a coaching business. So now I'm going all in on it. I'm trying to start and accelerate it. And once I've reached the point where I can actually let off the gas a little bit, that's when I'll start to maintain it. So you can see how that works. So I really want you to be fearless, courageous. Courage is the skill of doing something even though you feel fear. Go all in on the desire that you have right now in your head. Like, you know, objectively you should be doing something, right? And that is like like your current thing that your body, your mind, your soul is obsessed over, like throughout the day, throughout the weeks, throughout the months, that is the thing that you should be pursuing. And when you don't pursue it, you just live like you don't have like the full like zest in life when you live. This video was supposed to be targeted for like skinny guys building the aesthetic body and trying to cut out the bad habits. But actually, when you get more advanced, this is the things that you have to look out for, like these high level sacrifices that you actually have to make just to like start a new field, a new chapter of your life. For example, the skinny guy that wants to get into bodybuilding, and once he reached the point where he understands the fundamentals of mind-muscle connection, muscle protein synthesis, and how muscle tear and recovery actually works, then bro, you can just maintain it after that. And if you don't know what's maintaining, it's like, for example, the gym, right? I can go 2 times a week now and I'll still maintain the muscle that I have. Back when I first started, I had to go 6 times a week for me to actually make significant progress. Of course, you can go like 4 times, 5 times a week and you will still make progress, but for me, I went extreme and I went 6 days a week to really optimize my muscle growth. And now I only go like two times. Sorry, back then when I was doing Muay Thai, I went 2 times to maintain my muscle mass. But then now when I'm more focused on the business and I actually have more free time in a sense, I go 4, 5, 6 times a week right now. But you can see when I was doing Muay Thai and I had to sacrifice a bit of the gym, I sacrificed some of it and I didn't cut it out fully. I still went 2 times a week, but it was very minimal, like 45 minutes per workout. So total it was only like 1 hour 30 minutes for the whole week. For another example is, if let's say I wanted to keep Muay Thai right now, I would still be training once or twice a week as compared to the 4 times a week that I train. And I would be training like less hours. I used to train 3-4 hours. Maybe I would just train 1 or even like half an hour at this point. But for me, I wanted to cut it out completely because I didn't have the desire to fight anymore and I really didn't enjoy training. So you can see how I just decided, okay, I'm done. So you really have to think for yourself, like, what is the point where you have to sacrifice to? Is it you need to sacrifice it completely and cut it out completely, or you can actually lower the time and effort spent on that task? And if you don't work like that, if you have this mindset that, oh no, I'll just do everything at once and I'll be able to make progress in everything at once, then you'll just be like the parents or people that you know that don't really make much progress in life. When they've been working, they've been trying to start a business in the same time, and then they're trying to get fit as well, and they're trying to become more attractive, they're trying to improve their looks. If you try to do all of it at once, you just make very shallow progress in all of them, and you'll just be the generalist. You'll be good in the areas that you did want to pursue, but not a specialist. You're not like very, very good. Once again, for my skinny guys, imagine this. Imagine taking off your shirt at the beach, and when you look around, you see the woman in your vicinity start to turn their heads towards you. Imagine that feeling. And when you look at their face, it's like they have an expression where you have never seen before. Perhaps you might be thinking like, that is a expression that symbolizes attraction. So that's what you get when you click the link in the description below. I will personally help you, and it's not a do-it-yourself program where you have to follow the courses or ebooks or whatever bullshit they have out there. It'll be a personalized game plan, a full-on roadmap for you to follow so that you don't have to worry about getting lost. Just having that accountability is so important. So it will give you the transformation that you desired months ago. And the best part is, if you're unsatisfied with the results for whatever reason, that won't happen, by the way. You can actually get a full 100% money back guarantee, a full refund if you're not satisfied with the results. Click the link in the description. Thanks for watching.